beautiful, right? That's the sweet part. The skin, the outer layer, that's the final layer, correct? Okay, everything starts with human desire. So desire is the root of everything that we're doing. The last layer is the skin of the onion, and those are the tools and the technology. You. Thank you. So, the middle part. Middle part is the purpose, how you're attaching the purpose of the conversation and all the business process. Which is the technology. I'm going to leave you with one thing tonight. This one thing is going to be the answer to all your problems, to all your business things, and it's the secret of the universe. The secret of the universe is, believe it or not, the journey of self is what this is all about. Because at the end of the day, we're nothing more than humans. Pantay-pantay lahat. We are all one. I've been all around the world with my own two hands. I grew up pretty much white trash for 27 times before I was 19. Really went to only about 6 years of school. And kind of went to put myself through college for a couple years, joined the Army. Was one of 80 that started my course. 3 graduated a year and a half later. Yeah, it was about 60. So the point being is that I didn't come from some upper class, white, traditional WASP school, whatever. I came through like really crappy growing up, and it's awesome because God uses our weakness as a strength. I'm using that, don't worry about it, I'm speaking. So anyway, our weakness is also our strength because when I come to the Philippines, no one has a worse koala story than I do. I'm like, are you serious? Dude, we had to pump the water 40 times before it got water because we lived in Arizona. You turn it on now, it's like a water faucet. The journey of self starts like this. Joseph Campbell wrote a book in 1949. It was an amalgamation of all the world's mythologies, religions, and it was basically what? The understanding of monomyth. And monomyth was that there's a common underlying theme in everything that we're doing, everything that we're reading, everything that we're understanding, and that common underlying thing is the journey of self. And if you look at it, George Lucas followed it, and so did Disney, pretty much until the 80s, when they did that Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and you're going to notice that their stock went down, the movies nobody understood, they didn't make sense. Don Bluth left, took 2/3 of the entire animation department, and guess what? Don Bluth cranked out millions and millions. Why? Because he followed Joseph Campbell's Hero's Quest. And if you understand programming, you understand frameworks, you understand all this stuff, you realize that it's nothing more than foundations. What's the foundations? Whoa. People. People have desire. 80% of human desire is to stop pain. So what pain are we solving? Whoa. Where? Okay. Naintindihan mo. So the entire internet is a sea of conversations navigated by search. We're all connected through, connections, and these patterns form meaning. That's the whole basis of synaptic web semantics. We're all looking at how to identify what? Points of information, right? But what is points of information? Are we talking about? Are we talking about? Do you understand? So the journey of self is understanding who you are. By understanding who you are, you understand why you're doing a startup. I want to do something. I turned down a really, really good job in November. Okay, it's back in the States. The CEO is doing one of the most, it's awesome. He even let me say, Kevin, just stay in my apartment. Other than the fact that I want to go to Minneapolis, I realized if I go do that, I'm doing the same thing I did in 2001 when I quit working for corporate world. And that's having a very good job, big expense account. I'm shaking because I'm nervous. That's crazy. With the beer. Big expense account. And what am I doing? I'm just another chump in the entire internet world talking about rock stars and jokes and whatnot. But I'm not changing lives. And I'm not directly impacting. That's why I'm doing startups, because I want to directly impact people and encourage them to follow their dreams. I want to take the concept of where out of the equation, because where we are doesn't matter. Okay, so the journey of self for me. I came to the Philippines, I was invited, I had a congressional invite. I taught the National Defense College, Camp Aguinaldo, did Web 2.0, pretty much brought a lot of that here, and a lot of services organizations. I've built software as a service companies. I did a whole social network platform. I was pissed they didn't put me in the movie. From Silicon Valley, where I was interactive recruitment consultant for the parent company Monster.com. I did film commercials for Monster. I sold a $940,000 solution to PG&E, where the CEO got up, walked over, shook my hand. He goes, "How old are you?" I'm like, 28. And he's like, "You realize I just bought $1 million website? I've never even done $1 million. And here you are." He was pissed off, angry. I was worried about drinks later. I had a $5,000 a month, no questions asked expense accounts flying across, and I filmed commercials. I was like living on the edge, like, woo! I had ideas. Charles Schwab found out first was, that's really what we're all focused on. We want to sell the slinky skates. We want to sell that shoe. We want to sell our ideas. People are all talking about who I am, what I can do. But we're Tarzan. We're going, but we're not paying attention to, because it's all about human desire, human experiences. So the internet is a sea of conversations navigated by search through connections and patterns, but we're not searching anymore. We're filtering because the information now finds us. And why are we doing it? So who am I? Who am I? Once you go through this, you understand, where am I going? And then you understand, and that's what I'm about today. Thank you.
Today's our sponsors, Grow My Business, Aveo, and Coins.ph. Again, make an impact, change the world. Yes. Go my startup.